Ladies and gentlemen, this is NXT. Welcome to our first episode, and the search begins to crown a new NXT champion. Earlier today, General Manager William Regal confirmed a tournament would begin here this evening, with the first brackets being drawn, and 2 of those 4 first-round matches will take place tonight. So let's get started with NXT action. Our first matchup in bracket 1, the glorious Robert Roode takes on the limitless Keith Lee. Well, Robert Roode has already tasted NXT Championship gold in the past. He comes back to NXT after spending some time on the main roster after the draft, where he was drafted back to NXT. And Robert Roode didn't come alone. He's acquired the services of the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. And under the tutelage of the Nature Boy, Robert Roode will be hoping that he can taste NXT Championship gold once again. And you will notice on the finger of Robert Roode is one of the Nature Boy's Hall of Fame rings. That's how much Flair thinks of Roode. And can you imagine what a glorious return it would be for Robert Roode to come back to NXT, win the NXT Championship tournament, and lift that championship for the second time? It would be a huge deal if Roode could indeed become a 2-time NXT champion. And the crowd and the fans here inside the NXT arena are cheering along to Roode singing his theme song. But I think it's just bravado, because Roode is not a fan favourite at all. But he is glorious. As the lights come back on and the Nature Boy talking smack to our fans here this evening. And I want to take this moment to thank each and every one of you for joining us. And if you are excited about the future of NXT here on the channel, please do drop a like on this video. But right now, we turn from the glorious to the limitless as we bask in his glory. Keith Lee. And I'm sure the Nature Boy has spoke with Robert Roode in detail about what Keith Lee can do in preparation for this matchup here this evening, because Keith Lee is one of a kind. He has the power, but he also has the speed and the agility, and that's something that you don't always get in a man the size of Lee. Lee is very unorthodox, and it's going to be real interesting to see how Robert Roode adapts and handles Lee here this evening. Of course, with the Nature Boy at ringside, the dirtiest player in the game, he always will have an ace up his sleeve. But let's just take a moment to bask in his glory. And the crowd, the NXT crowd, sold out here this evening to start the NXT Championship tournament, getting behind and truly are basking in Keith Lee's glory. So we are all set to go. The first matchup of round 1. And our official gets the matchup underway. The bell has rung, and Roode wants to make it clear that he's glorious. And Keith Lee replies, telling him he's limitless. As the Nature Boy looks on at ringside, always keep an eye on Ric Flair. Elbow to the back by Lee. And Roode is down for the first time. Don't forget, we have 2 first-round matches here tonight. This is the first, and the second reignites an old rivalry. Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, takes on TOMMASO Ciampa. The history between those two, it's ingrained in NXT history, and it will reignite tonight. And Ric Flair already proving to be a distraction for Keith Lee, but Lee turns in midair. And that's the agility that I was talking about. And Lee picks up ROODE, and the power of Keith Lee truly is limitless. And that is what Robert Roode has to deal with. Has to find a way to tackle the power, the speed, and the agility of Lee. As Lee says, come on, and Flair already looking concerned. Of course, the Nature Boy has 2 Hall of Fame rings, one now in the possession of Robert Roode. That just shows how much confidence Flair has in Roode's credentials. The first time that Robert Roode was on the NXT roster, he became NXT champion. So he's tasted that gold before. Can he go through the brackets, advance to the final, and pick up the championship once again? Keith Lee will be hoping otherwise. As Flair seems a little bit more at ease, now Roode has gained control, but Lee back up to his feet, ducks underneath, and a stiff shot by Lee, and a second. Roode almost down to a knee, but not yet, but instead stumbles to the corner. Keith Lee on the move. Lee with a moonsault from the second rope. That was beautiful, and a 2 count. Had to pause there for a minute, wasn't sure if Lee was going to get the 3. Could have cleaned this one up early. Sends Roode off the rope, and Roode goes airborne in the worst way, and once again, the Nature Boy poking his nose. I told you he'd be an ace up the sleeve for Robert Roode, and buying Roode some more time, and a stunning shot. Well, didn't faze Lee at all, and instead Lee bounces into action using the rope for leverage. A DDT, this could be all, and Robert Roode kicks out at 2. Close. Ric Flair has to dust himself down after that. Maybe getting a bit of a sweat on is the Nature Boy, as a bear hug is applied, and Keith Lee is like a bear, a big grizzly bear, and he is now wearing the life out of the glorious Robert Roode, maybe stripping him of his glory. But elbows, and a clap back by Roode. And another stinger of a shot. And Lee goes back into the corner. Roode now trying to unload. And Keith Lee's down in the corner. And this now allows Robert Roode to churn out some offense. But Roode likes to gloat. And he doesn't want to waste time here, because if you do, Lee will recover and come back strong, just as he's done there. And Keith Lee perched on that second rope. A frog splash and a pin. 1, 2, and Roode just gets the shoulder up. And Ric Flair breathes another sigh of relief. I'd say for the most part of this matchup, Keith Lee has had the better of the offense. Scoops up Roode, but Roode slips out the back. Roode sends Lee off the ropes. Goes for a power slam. That was nicely done. 1. But just a 1 count. But Roode using Lee's own momentum to take him over with the power slam. That was glorious. And Roode follows up with a backbreaker. And then drives the knee into the chest and into the face. Lee was rolling around all over the place, clearly hurt. And then Roode rakes Lee to the eyes, and that's a trait certainly picked up by the Nature Boy Ric Flair. As Lee is dumped into the corner, and Roode begins to light up now. Big shots from Robert Roode. And Roode almost trying to knock some sense into himself, clear the cobwebs a little bit. Is Roode beginning to get a stronghold in this match? Takes up Keith Lee. Great strength being shown. And a Roode bomb. Hooks the leg. Oh. And the shoulder up from Keith Lee. The Roode bomb has won Roode countless matches on NXT, and he's trying to force the pin now. And only gets a 1. Roode rolling back the years with the Roode bomb. Not as effective as it used to be. Not enough anyway to stop Keith Lee. Another stinger of a shot by Roode, and as Lee tried to shake it off, Roode tried to get back on top, but took too long once again, and it's allowed Keith Lee another opportunity, and Roode now having to fight his way free, and he does so. Lee dazed. Sent off the ropes. Oh! And an elbow right to the jaw, much to the joy of Ric Flair. And now Robert Roode beginning to enjoy himself in there. Must not get too carried away and take his eye off the prize, which is an opportunity to advance. And oh, Keith Lee! Well, Keith Lee just drove Robert Roode down with that variation spinebuster. And now, Roode escaped out the back. Robert Roode, small package. 1, 2, 3, he got him. Oh, Robert Roode outsmarted Keith Lee, and he steals the victory. Here you see how the matchup unfolded. A frog splash from Lee, the Roode bomb from Roode, and then this variation spinebuster. At this point, I thought Keith Lee was on the verge of victory, but Roode snuck out the back, and a small package. 1, 2, 3. Unlucky for Keith Lee, but Robert Roode picks up a far from glorious victory, but he won't care as he advances to the semi-finals of the NXT Championship Tournament. Well, Universe Mode fans, if you would like early access to Universe Mode content, receive exclusive downloads, maybe even chat with me about Universe Mode on Discord, you can do so now by becoming a patron supporter of the channel. Head over to patreon.com/Delzinski to check out the membership tiers and perks available, because we would love for you to join us. Well, Dolph Ziggler says he will be awaiting the winner of the NXT Championship Tournament. And here are the bracket standings thus far after match 1. Robert Roode has advanced to the semi-finals, and he will face the winner of our next contest as Gargano and Ciampa go at it once again. Welcome back to NXT. I hope you're all enjoying the show thus far as Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, makes his way to the ring for the second matchup in round 1, our first set of matches in the NXT Championship Tournament. And Johnny Gargano meets a former friend, now old foe, in Tommaso Ciampa. Of course, these two used to be tag team partners in DIY, a very successful tag team, but they haven't always seen eye to eye. And in all honesty, Tommaso Ciampa, when he stabbed Johnny Gargano in the back, it changed everything forever. We all know Tommaso Ciampa has an unhealthy obsession with the NXT Championship. Goldie, he prefers to call it, and he will do anything to leapfrog towards the NXT Championship, so he won't mind knocking off his old foe once again. As Gargano paces the ring, he's seen this entrance many times before, and here comes the very unhinged Tommaso Ciampa, who marches towards the ring. He might just want to get this one over and done with and move forward with the tournament so he can take back Goldie once again, but it won't be that easy. Johnny Gargano has foiled Tommaso Ciampa on more than one occasion, and Ciampa will be aware of that. But it does set up a very interesting contest for our second matchup in round 1 of the NXT Championship Tournament. An old rivalry reignited, the former tag team DIY. It's Gargano versus Ciampa again. And the referee signals for the bell as we begin another chapter in the storied history between these two. And they pick up right where they left off, knocking lumps out of each other. Fireman's carry from Ciampa. And Ciampa sends Gargano headfirst into the corner. Gargano fights his way out. A forearm, then a boot from Gargano, but Ciampa stops him in his tracks. And back to the corner goes Johnny Gargano. Oh! Ciampa getting a taste of his own medicine, but Ciampa flips out the back. Nicely done. And it is Ciampa who puts down Gargano first. And comes forward. Knife edge chop. Ciampa looking to take up Gargano. Does so on the second attempt. And it's very difficult to go up against somebody that knows you so well. And both of these superstars will be aware of that. Sometimes you have to go outside of your arsenal to pull off the victory. And these two won't be afraid to do that if they have to. Gargano sends Ciampa off the ropes. Leapfrog over the top. And a second enziguri. And that enziguri has Ciampa reeling, using the ropes to pull himself up. Gargano sends Ciampa off the ropes again, ducks underneath, Hurricane Rana, and a beauty. Nicely done from Johnny Wrestling, but Ciampa quickly on the move. And Ciampa responds with a whiplash European uppercut to the back of the neck. And Ciampa follows up with a snap German suplex. And Gargano kicks out at 2. Nice combination of moves. That European uppercut to the back of the neck, then the snap German. Only compounding more pressure on Gargano, but Gargano, far from out of it yet, takes up and drives down, folding up Tommaso Ciampa, and gets a 2 of his own. So difficult to separate these two, as Gargano is on the move again and heads up to the second rope. Tommaso Ciampa almost up to a knee. Gargano wants him up, So Ciampa might be walking into the trap and snapped down with a flatliner. And it was very close. Johnny Gargano nearly snatched Goldie and any hope of Ciampa regaining Goldie once again, and a tope suicida from Johnny Gargano, keeping the pressure on Ciampa. Ciampa not being given a moment's rest as the action spills to the outside for the first time. These two have brawled so much over the years, even had a last man standing contest. In many instances that would draw a line under a rivalry, but the NXT Championship has brought these two back together to go at it once more. And it's Gargano who's on top for the moment. Gargano, Hurricane Rana from the top rope, hangs on for the pin, and Ciampa just kicks out. It's all been Gargano in the last few moments in this match, and Gargano follows up with a European uppercut. Ciampa down, elbow right into the heart, if Ciampa has got one. That is questionable, a black heart if anything. As Ciampa sends off Gargano, Gargano sidesteps Ciampa. Again, the history being shown here, how well they know each other, former tag team partners. And Gargano dives Ciampa face first into the turnbuckle, and Gargano makes the move, heading to the top rope, going for the double foot stomp, gets it, and quickly goes for the pin. Gargano for the W, can he know? Ciampa got the shoulder up just in time. And Ciampa has to fight back. He does. It disorientates Johnny Gargano, that knee into the side of the head. And here comes Ciampa, driving the knee into the side of the face. A follow-up, our official, a bit slow, may have bought Johnny Gargano a little bit of time. And in doing so, Ciampa picks up an argument with our official, and rightly so. Our official a little bit off the pace, and it may just have allowed Johnny Gargano to get that kick out. Ciampa wasn't happy, but he knows he must get on with things. Cannot take his eye off the prize, an opportunity to advance in this tournament. The NXT Championship in the balance, that's the prize to be won. As a big suplex brings Johnny Gargano back down to the mat. And how things have changed in a matter of moments. A little while ago, Ciampa seemed all but out of it. Now it's Ciampa who's in control. And Ciampa not afraid to break the rules, and a rake to the eye. And Gargano is dazed and stunned. And where is Ciampa going? Heading to the top, but Gargano is a long way away. It's almost like Ciampa is stalking. Gargano turns around. Here comes... Ciampa got caught. You could see it a mile off. If Gargano got his bearings together, which he did, and now Gargano heads to the top, and Ciampa now trying to evade Gargano, crawling away. And where is Ciampa going? Is Tommaso Ciampa had enough? Is he calling it a day? Well, Johnny Gargano is not going to let him. Reverse Frankensteiner by Gargano on the LED ramp. There is no forgiveness there, and now these two brawl once again. Gargano with the chops. Ciampa replies with a forearm of his own. back and forth, these two. And Gargano rolls through and a kick to the back of the neck. And our official, well, he's shown great patience here, but now he begins his count, and Gargano is aware he's bringing Ciampa back to the ring. Referee up to a count of 4. And Ciampa forces Gargano away. Oh no! Well, that's going to do serious damage to Johnny Gargano, and a stiff knee. Referee's up to 8. These two need to get back in the ring. Gargano. Well, Gargano heard the 9. Can he do it? Oh no! This matchup has reached a double countout. How will that affect? What is going to happen with the tournament standings? Oh no! No! A fairy tale ending from Tommaso Ciampa to Johnny Gargano. But that saying couldn't be any further from the truth, as these two men are both out of the championship tournament.